Hey Capricorn, welcome to Pure Tarot. So we're looking into your year of 2022. Better late than never. I'm going to be pulling 12 cards, one card per month with upright cards. And then I'll be clarifying with both upright and reversed cards. Just letting you know how the spread looks. And let's just get these cards for you and let's dive in. You see. I'm obviously going to honor those. I was going to pull out of this one, but hey. So actually, let me tell you what I have on the table here for you. January is the Three of Cups. February is the King of Cups. March is the Ace of Cups. April is the Temperance. May is the Page of Cups. June is the Hierophant. July is the Five of Swords. August is the Five of Pentacles. September is the Four of Swords. October is the Three of Wands. November is the Ace of Wands. And December is the Six of Swords. So it's really interesting, just visually. There's a lot of, you know, characters and I don't know, the imagery is different here than it is here. Anyway, let me get some clarifiers. It's almost like saying it's a little more busy here and a little more sober here in terms of drawings and colors and stuff like that. That's what I wanted to point out that you can't really see. This card wanted to come out. So I'm going to get some clarifiers for you. And I think I'm going to get everything down on the table so we can just start talking about you. You're the star tonight. You get the spotlight. And just check. Yeah, there's only one. I'm quiet because I'm letting the cards come out as they want, or as they should. It's interesting. Okay, I have the full portrait, the full picture. So January, thank you for your patience, by the way, for this. Okay. January is the Three of Cups, and it is clarified by the Two of Wands in reverse. I'm going to give you just a few cards here. We're going to sort of integrate them maybe, so I want you to know what's on the table. So, King of Cups, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles in reverse in February. The Ace of Cups in March, clarified by the Ace of Wands. So that's really powerful energy in March. Two aces, right? It's still incredibly happy here. You have the Three of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. It is... I don't know, it's, obviously it's pure joy, right? I think it's hard to tell if this is you, or I think it's a mix of both. I think that's why I'm speechless. I'm trying to determine which angle, right, to take this. But now I'm understanding that it's like, it has multiple facets. I really enjoy that. I can really see like, hexagon, right? So I see many facets. You have the Three of Cups clarified by the Two of Wands in reverse here. So it's interesting. You have a deep longing. You wish to reunite with this King of Cups, if this King of Cups isn't you. You have incredible love and attraction. This is incredibly, what's the right word for what I'm sensing? It's sort of it feels like a ray of light. I think maybe the drawing here is influencing what I'm saying, but the fact that the Ace of Wands also comes down, it feels like, you know, I said you were in the spotlight, you were the star of the show, and that's what it feels like. It feels like a projector with the light coming down like on a stage. This is incredibly precise energy being directed, right? I feel it's downward for some reason, but I do admit there's like a downward motion and an upward motion as well. So it's a really interesting concentration of energies here. And I feel it's concentrated on you, which is incredible, because it's almost like you're definitely getting a lot of it. No, you're not necessarily getting the attention, but you draw attention. I don't know how to say that. I mean, there's a nuance, right? So it's really, really different. Let me try to elaborate so you can really understand like the difference here. It's almost like this is like the energy trail that you leave behind you is just so noticeable, right? It's like I'm gonna say something really silly, but you know, have you ever seen like a snail, I can't say walking, they don't have any legs, but when a snail moves, sometimes behind the snail you actually see slime. And don't mind me if I'm using this analogy, I just want you to understand the trail effect, right? There's literally, you leave like a trace, and I think this is what people are following. That's what people notice. That's sort of what people fall into. And then so for some reason now it's transforming into trailblazing, pioneering. I really enjoy that energy. It's beautiful. But let me go back to the beginning of the year, because I basically I skipped. This was way too attractive. You see, I just got drawn myself into it. I got sucked into it. It's amazing. I love it. So if you're this King of Cups, you have a lot of love to offer, and love with a capital L, right? So it's really beautiful. I think it's a beautiful love and light energy, which is precisely portrayed here, love and light. This is the fire, this is the water. So I don't know, maybe you're a light worker, you're definitely a starseed. Okay, so it's interesting because I was describing this longing that you have for a reunion, reuniting, and now it's coming through as the way you want to merge with the, you know, the divine, the whole universe, or no matter what you choose to believe in, right? I think you have this beautiful innate, and you have like this gift of being in sync and connected to all of existence, all all that is. Or if you, no, I really do sense that you possess that. I mean, this is what I sense here on these cards, and this King of Cups is he's so deserving of that. He's not just deserving, he's absolutely is totally opened, right? Same, I just saw the ray of light coming out of the heart. The same beautiful energy of the spotlight here. It's really beautiful. A lot of play on light. It's interesting. You're not wanting to work very hard at the beginning of the year. I think maybe you're kind of busy connecting with energy. You're connecting with your higher self. You're connecting with a very wide, I don't know, like universal love, or, you know, sort of a kind of a global, like very Aquarian feel kind of energy. I don't know if you follow me. It's really interesting. And so you're not very, how can I express this? You have no interest at the moment for the reality of, you know, your responsibilities. I mean, you're still probably obviously doing what you need to do. This is not the point. My point is that you're not focused on that at all. On the contrary, you're absolutely, I see your eyes, you know, like, have you ever seen those Rastafaris, when, you know, those older Rastafaris, they have this gaze that is very, very, very peculiar, right? Where they seem like they're really, really far inside themselves, right? Or they feel, when you look at their eyes, when they're in that sort of, I'm going to say place, they look like they're out of this world, or it's like a conscious meditation, or it's a beautiful, I mean, it's interesting. I don't know if you know what I'm referring to. Only maybe people close to Jamaican culture would know this. Unless, anyways. And it's not just the drugs, right? I'm really talking about, you know, Ari, you know, like particular, you know, we're talking about Zion. So I just want you to know it's really connecting with the higher power. So anyways, just maybe remember that you are particularly connected, and with these two aces, it's like 11, right? So you're totally aligned. And I want you to know that people notice it, they feel it, and it attracts them. You draw them to you, and they will naturally follow you. And because you're, you know, so good-hearted and pure, you can, you know, it's extremely positive. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Let me move on. April is the Temperance with the Queen of Pentacles. May is the Page of Cups with the Page of Wands. June is the Hierophant with the 5 of Wands in reverse, which is a good thing. So it's incredible. You could be drawing in a female figure. Could be Sag, Capricorn, mix. Could also have some Taurus and Virgo placements, but I'm sensing more Sag, Capricorn influences here on these. This person sort of has a maternal vibe. And I don't mean that they're necessarily older. I don't necessarily mean that you're meeting, you know, a family member of, but it could be, you know what I mean? Like it for all of you, it's going to be different, but I want you to just remember the qualities that I'm sensing here, like maternal, very caring, very attentive to others, empathic. I just heard she's a good cook. That's funny. That's really funny. And she brings a lot of peace in your life. I think she feels like a harbor to you, because it's like when your ship goes there, when, I don't know, when your ship decides to sort of, how do you say, when a ship, like a shipwreck, but on the shore, you know, when the ship finally hits the shore and just almost like the ship is so tired, it reaches the beach and then it just tilts a little bit, like it wants to rest and it wants to lean. This is someone you can lean on. This is what it is. This is someone that you lean on, someone you feel extremely comfortable with. You feel safe, you feel comforted. You know, I said the food, the comfort food. I love it. This is so much fun to read. It's beautiful energy. I don't know, maybe you feel particularly aligned when you're around this person. Interesting. So in May, you have the Page of Cups with the Page of Wands. So it's interesting, this person, if they're really older, let's say it's a family or even if it's an acquaintance, but let's say they're older, they might have two adolescent children or young adults. That's possible. If it's not that, I mean, let's just read the cards differently. You're having like two new starts, right? And I want to show you again, for me, the fact that it's 2 pages, they're not presenting the same thing. One is presenting a cup, the other one is presenting a wand, right? But it's the same energy. It's a cup and a wand. And because it's 2 pages, there's another symmetry. So more of like the 11, so 11, twin energy. It might even be twins that she has, this lady, or you might know twins. You might be friends with twins. You might be one of the 2 twins. So I feel this is almost like family unit maybe, or definitely close entourage, right? People very, very dear to you, that are very beneficial, that make you grow, that listen to you, that make you it's more like they get you. It's like they really get you. It's interesting. You know what I mean? You might feel like others don't get you, and then only these few people really get you. That's how it's coming through. In June, you have the Hierophant with the 5 of Wands in reverse, right? So we're changing the vibe. I think I'm gonna, before I move on, I think this beautiful energy at the beginning, I think it's a vibe here. It's a whole, it's not coming through as, okay, January, you're gonna have this going on, February, this will happen. Like, it doesn't feel like this at all. And I'm just gonna honor the cards and how it's coming to me, so I'm not going to question that. This is a whole vibe in itself. So what I'm describing, this ensemble here from January to May, is describing your state of being, your state of mind, your state of heart, your state of soul, as well as the people that contribute to that alignment and to that beautiful happiness. It's incredible. I want you to know that you're very much loved, and you are a very, very loving person as well. Incredible energy. So June, we're sort of coming down to earth. I'm sensing, it's interesting, you always have this, there's always this thing about you, it's showing me how much ideas, values, principles matter to you. It's almost like they permeate your life. I don't think you ever do anything without reason, without wanting to have infused meaning, deep meaning as well, right? And I think you're very, I sense you to be like deep and a bit like sober, like a sober personality kind of, maybe a tinge stern, but I don't know, there's some deep seriousness, deep maturity to you. And it comes through as you know how to choose your battles, you really hate superficiality, and you don't engage with things that are not worth it. And so you avoid tons of conflict because you don't play any games here. You kind of like above that, so to speak. And I don't mean to be like boosting your ego or anything. It's downright authentic what I'm saying. And it's interesting I said that because I want to phrase it differently now, and it's more because of your authenticity. I think it's all of your doing. You know, it's beautiful. But I want you to know that whatever is happening for you in June, you're sort of dodging certain individuals and keeping very serious at probably like one particular subject, almost like a study or research or project or something that you want to deepen your knowledge about. And so you have no time for this this nonsense here. Here, remember at the beginning I told you there was like one vibe up here with the colors and the drawings and the richness, and here's a bit more dry, except, well, it's still, yeah, it's a little bit dry, but you'll see that the cards are going to speak for themselves. Five of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Swords. And the Five of Pentacles, here you are again, if I'm going to use the King of Cups as your identifier. You're back here, but you're in reversed. So it's really interesting. Two fives. You know, as much as you want to avoid conflict here with this Five of Wands, 555 could be important, right? As much as 1111 in your reading. I don't think you're really able to escape conflict altogether. I think, I don't know, I feel like you're in a place where, and it feels like a physical location where things and people are coming at you, okay? That's how it feels. it's like it's coming from all sides, and it's keeping you like way too busy, right? It's like, it's almost like what the swords are doing. It's like it's cutting your time in small little pieces. So it's like you've got like way too many pieces, right? Instead of having a few things to tackle, that, you know, it just becomes this multitude of things, right? And it's getting you really up in your head. I don't think you're very comfortable in this sort of swirl of activity. I mean, not that you don't like movement, or, you know, being busy or into things, or, you know what I mean, like it, but it's more like these things are, it feels like trivial again, like some of them are superficial, some of them are probably useless, or in your eyes, right? So it just feels like that's what it is. You're scattered, because all these pieces, all the swords, I was describing all these little pieces that I'm seeing, it feels like you're scattered, right? And I think this is what's getting you like really feeling tied up, because you're tied to these things, and like there's just too many, and it's almost like cutting the Medusa's head, or which other creature that when you cut their head, it's like more grow, and if not one, it's like two instead of, you know, it's more and more. So the Hydra creature, you cut her head, and it's like there's more heads coming up. So that kind of feeling, it's just, you just can't get it done, or it just keeps coming at you. You know, like that's what the feeling is. And here, I don't know, for some reason, it's like it's creating, I don't understand. If you're so busy, I mean, I would suspect you were making a living, but for some reason, money feels scarce, at least in August. And that's not good either. It's not, it's putting you in a funk here. It's like, it's really interesting. These are definitely, let me show you. These two fives up there, right? And then these two energies, the clarifiers, it's like this kind of energy and this kind of way of living and this kind of stress and this kind of like, you know, either having to run for your money, you know, like hustle, and like having to tackle too many things, and like maybe things that you hate doing, that you feel are like, you know, a waste of your time, is really like the kind of energy you need to avoid, because then you're like in this, you know, your emotions get all unbalanced, and you suddenly get all up in your head and very, very stressed, right? And you don't have the same foresight that you usually do when you're in a very good energy like this one up here, you know, which is the zone that you should strive for at all times, right? I mean, that's the ideal, but not that it's easy for anybody. And you know this, right? There's absolutely no secret here. You absolutely know the difference. I mean, with this kind of energy, you know exactly what it is to be aligned. You know what it is to feel good. You know what it is to be in the zone. So I'm not teaching you anything here at all. And I'm really not teaching you anything. You know. Here in September, you have the Four Swords and the Star. So you see how after going through 2 very difficult months here, maybe even starting a bit in June. So June, July, August, but particularly July and August are difficult. And you know that this being scattered like this is not good. So what you need to do is you need to rest. You need some tranquility. peacefulness. You need to maybe go see these people here, go to your harbor, go to your oasis, however you want to say this. You need some healing. You need to get back in touch with the, you know, as a star seed, you need to get back in touch with the higher powers. It's going to restore your faith, and it's going to realign you. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. And it's, I'm going to add that for some reason you have a knack at, you're very good at healing, regenerating. You're very good at rejuvenating yourself, sort of cleansing yourself to a certain degree. And I think you know, or I think your preferred mode is silence, meditation, being alone, maybe spending a lot of time alone. Or at least you know, if it's not these things that I'm describing, let's say they take on another form for you, which is absolutely possible, of course. Whatever it is, you know what to do. That's the important thing. It's like inside of you, and you've experienced this many, many times. So again, another moment where no one needs to teach you this. You know this. You've acquired it, probably through past experiences, but you possess it. It's a really interesting reading. It points a lot to your inner life, which is extremely deep. It's beautiful. October is the Three of Wands with the Nine of Swords. And I'm gonna tell you the other cards, and we're gonna look. The Ace of Wands is clarified by the Five of Cups, another 5 here. You have all the 4 5s on the table. I mean, from 2 different decks, but you still have the 4 different 5s. So maybe 5 5 5 5 is important in 2022. December is the 6 of Swords with the 6 of Cups. 66, baby. Road 66. Or is it Route? What is it called? You know the Jack Kerouac, Jacques Kerouac? What is his famous novel? What is it called? Oh, it's slipping my mind. Anyways, it's gonna come back. I'm sure if you Google Jack Kerouac Route or Road 66, I think there's something about that. Maybe you're gonna go on a road trip. Maybe you are. Maybe you love to drive. I don't know. Side story. October. It's really it's really interesting because another couple of months basically where you know, you have amazing blessings. You see with the 3 of Wands up there. Oh gosh, let me show you differently. Look at the beautiful energy here. 3 of Wands, Ace of Wands, right? So there's beautiful startup vibes here. If it's not literally on a business, it's manifestation startup, right? It's whatever you've envisioned, whatever you dreamt of, whatever you were hoping for. But it's more than just a longing like the 2 of Wands. The 3 of Wands here is like, you know, going a step further into speaking the words of what you wish to manifest, writing it down. So, you know, whether it's journaling, I don't know. It can take all kinds of forms and shapes, right? Any images, right? Sounds. It doesn't have to be just words. It's, you know what I mean? So you could be creating the energy through different mediums is what I'm trying to describe here. And here, it's like, imagine like a movie, like a camera. You know, it's like you see 3 wands and then you have the zoom effect and then you're zooming in on one, right? And it's out of the manifestation and out of the energy that you were like sort of, I guess, I want to say like that movement when you cook and you sort of stir like the sauce or something. It feels like a stirring of energy, and then out of that suddenly like one thing is becoming much more concrete, and then it starts to happen. So the startup energy, right? So it's incredibly strong. And because you're aligned with your aces here, and because you have even the echo of the 1111 with the pages, I want to tell you that this is like another one of your talents. I want to tell you, you have a knack for it. I don't understand why you doubt, you overthink. It's more than overthink here. It's like you're pulling the opposite energy here than the Hierophant. You are disbelieving. There's no you see how dark it's, you're like, it's pitch dark here. It's so dark. It's like a dark box. You're in a dark box. It's a really uncomfortable energy, especially when it comes coupled with what I was describing. It doesn't make, I mean, it's surprising. It's surprising. It's, okay. It comes up as fears. It comes up as doubt. It comes up as disbelief. Like it's more than just doubting. It's, you do not believe. And which is crazy because this is all about believing, right? So the 3 of Wands. So it's almost like you're killing, you're fighting yourself. You're like, you're sort of attacking yourself. It's a really, really strange energy. And it's almost like you like the pain. You see, this is like pain, sadness, I have to admit there's like almost like a masochist energy. And the only reason I'm saying a masochist is because of the generative, and I'm not going to shy, this is power, you know, that you possess. Yet it's like energies of sabotage and, you know, really it's masochism. It's just like, it's punishment. It feels like punishment. For what? I don't know. It's really weird. Because I have no root. You see, I don't see the root of this, why you're doing this. But I can tell you're punishing yourself. I don't know. I don't want to go on. It's enough. I don't want to stay in this energy. Because I hope I described this to you about well enough, because I want you to know that this is a a superpower. This is a talent. This is a gift. This is a reason for being. This is a mission on earth energy as well. I mean, this is your mission on earth energy. I mean, I don't want to... I can't even add to that, because if you don't get that, then I don't know what to say. So don't do this to yourself. I think you know what to do. You need to get back to your center here. You need the calm. You need the peace. You need this environment. These people, and you absolutely need to get out of anything that just makes you scattered, makes you feel like, you know, you're lacking in every way. It doesn't have to be just money. You could just feel like empty inside, right? Empty and cold and detached, and it's not you. It's just not you. It's just like, these are not you. I mean, they're you, but they're not you. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, December, 6 of Swords with the 6 of Cups. I like that. It's another, it has another vibe of the star with the 4 of Swords, sort of, kind of, another one, another echo. There's a lot of echo. Why is echo important? Oh my gosh, I love the word that came. I have the word sonar. You're like a sonar. I love it. Now I see dolphins. I love it. It's so pretty. I mean, I don't know, pretty. It feels pretty, sorry. It's just, I can see the dolphins playing. I just love it. Anyways. As you can see, I'm like a kid sometimes. Often. I'm often like a kid. So the reason why this is the same energy as the star here, whatever, is that this is another one of your self-protecting, how do you say, self-preservation mechanism, or it's another one of your recipes to, you know, how to get back into alignment. Okay, this is like, you go on a trip. I told you there's something about a car, there's something about driving. I think driving really suits you. Like it totally it makes your mind, you know, you stop worrying, you stop stressing, you stop, like, you know, feeling tied down. I think it's really, really important for you. And you also go back to the family, the people that are, you know, you have good memories with, and these are these people. This is this particular family that I think is you know, maybe even if it's not a couple, like, I feel like at least a woman and 2 younger people, her children, maybe a husband here with the Hierophant, maybe like a real family, like a bigger family unit with the, like, not just like a separate, like, you know, there's a lot of families that are not the typical families, is what I'm saying. This is what I mean. So it doesn't have to be the mononuclear family that we know, right? Like, it's just what I need to stress to you. And so, you know, to go back to the place where you feel happy, where you also feel you can be vulnerable and tender. When you go back to your sweetness, like your, you know, the beautiful emotions of the King of Cups, the really deep, deep loving nature that you possess. And almost that is so incredible, because I just told you how much childish and childlike I can be. And I will admit sometimes maybe childish, but that's not the point. My point is I mentioned that and now it's coming through for you. I think you have the same kind of, not the childishness, not that, the childlike qualities, you know, like the capacity to be marveled, and, you know, the sense of wonder, right? But mostly marvel. And you know what? I don't know. I see this as marvelous. I just felt like saying the word marvelous. Maybe you're marvelous. It's so funny, Cappy. It's beautiful. You know what? It's really strange because I'm basically not really telling you much about what's happening for you during the year. In terms of, I don't know, mundane events and, you know, maybe the only thing I can say is, no, it's not really describing the things that that'll be happening. It's a lot more, it was a different kind of read. So, I won't, I don't need to try and figure out, you know, how it could manifest or play out. It's irrelevant. I think the beauty and the message is elsewhere. So on that note, thank you so much for being here. This was really, even for me, I mean, for me, I want to tell you, I really enjoyed reading this for you. So please share, please like, do share with other Capricorns. That'd be nice. And I'll see you next time. Bye.